Hey friends, Tori here with Rocky Mountain Voice. Election week may be over, but the aftershocks are still shaking Colorado. From student movements and school board shifts to national headlines on shutdowns and accountability. But before we dive in, today is Veterans Day, and we want to take a pause to honor the heroes who have worn our nation's uniform. The men and women who stood watch so the rest of us could live free. Their courage built the foundation for the freedoms we fight to preserve every day. This Veterans Day, take a moment to thank someone who served. Freedom lives on because they answered the call. To all of you who served, we see you, we thank you, and we stand with you. We would love for you to tag the veterans in your life, or raise your hand in the comments or shoot us a DM. We'd love to give you or them a shout out in the podcast or on socials. So please do that. We'd love to say hi. Now, here's what you need to know in today's Mountain Minute for November 11th. Conservatives scored a major grassroots victory in Delta County, where GOP-endorsed school board candidates won big, flipping the board toward parental rights and academic focus. Volunteers say it was a total team effort, powered by door knocking, church meetups, and conservative radio outreach. We have a full story on it at RockyMountainVoice.com. In El Paso County, voters doubled down on education reform. Conservative pro-academics candidates swept 3 key seats in Academy District 20, held majorities in District 11 and 49, and rejected union-backed slates, signaling that Southern Colorado schools still stand for education, not indoctrination. Meanwhile, in Denver, it was quite the opposite, a clean sweep for union-backed Democrats. All 4 winners were endorsed by the teachers union, pushing out reform candidates who backed school choice. Analysts say that the results cement Denver's return to the pre-reform status quo. In Eagle County, high school students launching Turning Point USA clubs sparked outrage online, including a petition labeling the group hateful, but teachers and students fired back, saying it's about free speech, not politics. Federal law protects their right to organize under the Equal Access Act. And speaking of Turning Point USA, down south, Fort Lewis College reversed its decision to block a TPUSA chapter after backlash from more than 1,000 students and community members. The student government held an emergency meeting and this time unanimously approved the club's recognition. And in wildlife news, a federal probe is underway after the death of a reintroduced gray wolf in southwest Colorado. The animal was part of the controversial $3 million reintroduction program, nearly 4 times what voters were told it would cost. And nationally, new revelations show that the FBI received multiple warnings of possible armed violence and Antifa activity before January 6th, but failed to act. Congressman Barry Loudermilk says the reports were specific and credible, yet never shared aggressively enough to trigger a security response. And after 40 days of gridlock, the Senate voted 60-40 to advance a deal reopening the federal government. The package funds key agencies through early 2026, guarantees back pay for workers, and sets up a December vote on Obamacare tax credits. Both parties are calling it a hard-won compromise, to say the least, after the longest shutdown in U.S. history. Finally, Montrose County Commissioner Sean Pond breaks down how constant compromise drags America leftward. He calls it arithmetic, not politics. Every midpoint between liberty and control, he warns, edges the nation closer to soft socialism. That's your Mountain Minute, friends. Read every story in full at RockyMountainVoice.com. I'm Tori. Stay sharp, stay bold, and stay in the fight. We'll see you tomorrow.